You don't have to. We don't have to give a backstory or a biography or list all this stuff. We have to introduce our next guest. You could do it with one word. Dolly.
But I am going to list a few things, TJ, because in case you didn't know, Dolly has had 26 #1 songs. She's won 11 Grammy Awards with 50 nominations. And this past year, she donated $1 million to help develop a coronavirus vaccine. So please welcome the one and only country music legend and humanitarian, Dolly Parton. Dolly, I have to tell you, when Dr. Jen and I told our daughters that we were going to get to talk to Dolly Parton, both of them, they were on FaceTime, screamed. I mean, you are such an inspiration to so many, of any age, all women and men of all ages, for what you do, not just what you've given us in the music world, but what you do each and every day. We just mentioned that generous donation, $1 million, which we now know helped fund the Moderna vaccine. TJ and I both got the Moderna vaccine, so from the bottom of our hearts, thank you. I want to know how it feels to know you've had such a big impact and lent such a helping hand to stopping this pandemic.
Well, I get more credit than I probably deserve on that, but I was really happy early on when I saw that. I felt like this was going to be a terrible thing. So early on, before it got so bad, I just felt led to kind of lend a little money to the cause for myself as well as everybody else. So I'm just happy to be a small part of that.
And you say a small part. That's a very humble way of putting it, a small part with $1 million donation. But a big part of that community where you're sitting right now is Dollywood. Some 20,000 plus jobs are created directly and indirectly by Dollywood being there, and you're getting back up and going, but are things starting to yet feel a little normal in Dollywood?
A little normal. We're certainly feeling so much more positive, and I just kind of have a good vibe about it all, and seeing all the people milling around. We're still being safe and smart, and I'm so proud of our whole Dollywood staff during the whole pandemic, how they stepped up and made everything work so well.
I know that you've got your Flower and Food Festival going on right now, and a lot of it, you've got these beautiful floral mosaic sculptures throughout the park, and among them I know one that pays homage to your very own mother. And I know you've been working on this for some time, but you actually are there now. You got to see it in person. Can you tell us what that moment was like?
Well, it was wonderful. We actually were planning this for last year, and we got locked down. So actually they brought it all back to life. But to walk out and see that wonderful big display of my mom, even the hair is made out of vines, and her little face, and how she's sewing my little coat of many colors. All the little patches are all made out of little flowers. And so I had a chance to walk around the park yesterday because the park was closed, and so I saw the butterflies, and you was talking about the little bears before. It's just amazing to see it in person.
Dolly, a lot of people came out of this pandemic with different feelings and changed in some way, and those of us who've had the privilege of being around you or interviewing you in some way over the years, we all feel this energy. Even your fans, you can feel this zest for life that you have and this positive outlook that you have. But for you, now that it seems that we are coming out of this thing, what have you picked up? Have you learned about yourself? What are you now going forward with in your life that you have learned through the pandemic?
Well, I think we've all learned a lot about ourselves. I think we've all had to go deeper inside than we might have before. I even have written songs about it while we were in lockdown. The song of When Life is Good Again, I'll be a better friend, a better person when life is good again. And it's really kind of like you think how much more you can do, how much better you can be as a human being, and how much more you can share. And I always try to bring some light, if I can, into people's lives. And so I tried all the way through the pandemic to do things that were positive and uplifting.
Miss Dolly Parton, we needed you and your energy today. I mean, it has just been a pleasure over the years. You are just infectious, and just through the screen even, we can feel that energy and that life and that love. Ma'am, thank you so much. It's good to see you. You have huge fans all over this studio as well who are just giddy. They're trying to jump up on set so they can ask you a question.
Well, thank you for having me. It's pouring the rain, and all that light you see in me is coming right here. I think you manufactured that. I got your spotlight on me.
All right, well,
I didn't do that when you did.
Oh, see? And we want folks to know the Flower and Food Festival open until June 7th. Dolly Parton, It's good to see you. We'll get down to Tennessee
Thank you.
soon, all right?
You too.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
If I wish you could have seen Dr. Jen fangirling here the whole time.
Oh, my God. Did you guys see her documentary?
I have heard all about it. I'm going to
Oh.
watch it today, actually.
Must see. It's amazing.
She is just incredible.
Well, hey there, GMA fans. Robin Roberts here. Thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Lots of great stuff here. So go on, click the subscribe button right over here to get more of awesome videos and content from GMA every day, anytime. We thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the morning on GMA.